Okay, hey everybody, it is time for Live Out Loud with Jason. How are you doing today? Yeah, I had a video conference earlier today that's been on the books for a while, so that took up my normal 1 o'clock time slot. So I wanted to go ahead and join you today for just a few minutes. I hope you can tune in. If not, maybe you can hear it later. But I just want to tell you that. I'm happy to be here with you today. So I've got a question. We're talking about we're still talking about living out loud, giving yourself permission to live out loud and to discover, develop, and become and live out your life's purpose. So it's about boldness. It's about humility. It's about focus. It's about cutting out, cutting off, pruning off all of the things that want to hold you back from being and doing who you're supposed to be and doing what you're supposed to do. So I've got a question for you. Do you have a place where you can get quiet, be alone, think, pray, reflect, listen? Do you have one of those places? And I'm going to load the Facebook comments up here real quick. Do you have a place where you can get alone and think and pray? At least if I can find our stream here online. There we go. There we go. Great. So, hey, say hey. I see we've got several viewers here, but I can't tell who you are. Go ahead and say hey. Reach out with me. Let me know you're here. But thinking. I feel like for many of us, it's very easy to keep moving and moving and moving and moving and doing, but it's easy to get off track or to be going too long in a direction without reconsidering where we're going. So, some of you guys know me. I love cars. I love all kinds of cars. Well, I don't know, about 10 years ago, no, more than 10 years ago, about 12, 13 years ago, I went and bought me a super fast car, and I put a ton of money in it and made it way faster, okay? And this car, one of the things that every time is in my mind, it's got so much power. I'm like, I better have this thing pointed in the right direction before I step on the gas. Because if I don't, someone could get hurt. Very dangerous. And think about this. If your life is pointed in the wrong direction and you're giving it the gas in your life, you're spending energy going the wrong direction. And it's worth taking time to consider where that action should be. And I'm gonna adjust my camera here a little bit. It's worth taking time to consider where that action should be. If back in the '60s when NASA sent the rocket to the moon, astronauts to the moon, they had to regularly readjust their course because they had just a smidgen of degrees that they could be off. And the risk was if they didn't hit that right, that rocket wasn't going to get caught in the gravitational field of the moon, and it would just shoot right past. So what they had to do is make sure they hit it just right so they could be whipped around into orbit. And think about this in your life. It's okay to adjust the trajectory of your life. It's a great idea to spend time and ask yourself the hard questions. Am I spending time on the right things? Is this what I need to be spending my time on? Is this going to take me, in where I need to go? And if the answer is yes, great. So, think about this. If we have, going to switch subjects just a little bit. If we have healthy habits, uh, time is going to be our ally and work for us towards hitting our goals or our destination. And if we have bad habits, time is going to be our enemy. If we're not eating healthy, time is only going to make it worse. If we are eating healthy, time's going to make it better. So think about that. And I'm not just trying to talk about physical, food and for your body, of course, health for your body, but I'm talking about direction for your life. Is your trajectory right? Do you have habits? Do you have a regular alignment meeting with yourself? Not a bad idea. I personally like to do planning on an annual basis, on a quarterly basis, on a weekly basis, and even on a daily basis. I always want to start every day getting my mind right for the day, but also I want to look at a bigger picture. I want to zoom out a little bit and say, okay, for my week, what do I need to spend my time on this week? That determines what I need to spend my time on each day. But even before that, I like to look at the month and the quarter and the year, and then kind of zoom in and segment and make sure that I'm spending time on the things that are going to make a difference in my life and the difference in the lives of those people around me. And so it's also hard to do that if you live in the whirlwind. If you live in the busyness of the storm, you can't always hear for all that noise. It is good to just settle down, to get quiet, to be alone. Some people like to have a retreat. Okay, fine, great, if that's what it takes. There's a scripture in the Bible, my favorite book. It says, be still and know that I am God. And there is a calm, there's a collectiveness in the stillness. Now sometimes it's easy to not get still, because as soon as we get still, all of these other voices, all the chatter wants to come at us, and it gets very noisy. And I'm telling you, friends, you've got to get past that. You've got to get to the point where you can silence all of the concerns, all of the urgencies, and be where you can hear God, you can listen, you can download, you can reflect, you can plan, you can prioritize. And once you prioritize, hey, this is what I need to do, then the answer is easy. Go out and do it. Be bold. Get started. Take the next step. Live out loud. Everything we're already talking about is the next step. So correct action. Being pointed in the right direction, I would say, is a topic called correct action. And when you have the correct action, pull the trigger, get it done. And just, as a little side example, have you ever seen someone that, I'm sure you have, on TV or YouTube or wherever, maybe in person, where you're at a sporting event, I don't know, basketball, football, soccer, hockey, whatever, and someone grabs the ball or the puck or whatever, and they get turned around and they go and score in the wrong goal. Have you seen that? And of course, whoever's doing it, they're running, they're going to do it, and the whole crowd is going, no, no, no. But then they score and they don't realize it until it's too late. Wow. It's good to take time and reflect and listen, because I don't want you to score in the wrong goal on your life. This is your life. We have one chance to live this life and to give it all we've got. We don't get any do-overs, guys. Let's get this right. So I want to encourage you to get quiet on a regular basis. Ask yourself the hard questions. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing in my every area of my life? And go through your areas of life one by one. And get quiet and make some decisions, journal, write notes, prioritize things, recharge your batteries, and then focus your action. And focus means, like our eyes can see, we have peripheral vision, right? But that what's in our peripheral vision way out here is not in focus. It's just kind of there. Our eyes only focus on a very small part of it. And so you don't want to let other things grab your focus. In a way, you want to put on blinders. And this is what I need to do. Once you determine what you need to do, you've got to focus on it. There's not enough time in the day to be awesome at everything. It's just not possible. There's not enough time to even learn enough to be awesome at everything. The world needs you. God made you. You've got some unique abilities, unique talents. You need to hone in on those, and you need to discover those. So that's really my message for us today, friends. I want you to live out loud. Join me. Let's live out loud together. Let's go get this. Let's make this. How about this? How about this? There's all this negativity and all the bad stuff, depending on where you fall about this whole COVID thing. And we're coming through it. We're getting back to business. But guess what? Why don't you declare this in your life? 2020 is the year of the Lord's favor. And this is the day that God made. And I'm going to rejoice. I'm going to be glad in it. And I'm going to go out and rock it. And this is the year of the Lord's favor. And have an expectation of good, of blessing, of giving and being a blessing. You can do it. Hang in there. Stay strong. Don't give up. The scales are going to tip in your favor if you keep doing the right thing. So just want to tell you I love you, and I hope you have an absolute amazing weekend, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.